Hey everyone, and welcome to the Lucky Fortune English podcast. I'm Vincent, and I am so excited to be back with you all for another deep dive into the world of astrology. But of course, before we get started, let me introduce the amazing astrologer who's guiding us through the cosmos today. Jenny?
Hey everybody, it's great to be here.
All right, so Jenny, we've got some pretty interesting horoscopes lined up for the week of January 12th to the 18th, 2025. And I'm already sensing some major energy shifts just from glancing at these predictions.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on this week.
So where should we start? What sign is really calling out to you?
Well, let's kick things off with Capricorn. They're wrapping up a period of high energy and charisma.
Okay, so lots of good vibes for Capricorn lately.
Definitely. But this week, that energy could lead to some interesting clashes.
Clashes. Ooh, that sounds a little intense.
Yeah, think of it this way. Capricorn's confidence is soaring, right? They're not afraid to speak their mind. But at the same time, the people around them might be a little more on edge, maybe even a tad unreasonable, you know?
Oh, I can see how that could create some friction, especially with Capricorn feeling so bold and ready to express themselves.
Exactly. The horoscope even mentions a chance for a whirlwind romance.
Ooh la la. So there's definitely some passion in the mix.
Lots of passion, but maybe not always directed in the most harmonious ways.
So how should a Capricorn navigate this kind of situation? Any advice from the stars?
Well, I think diplomacy is key here. This isn't the time to shy away from expressing yourself, but it is important for Capricorn to communicate clearly and set healthy boundaries to protect themselves from getting swept up in any unnecessary drama.
Speak your truth, but tread carefully.
Exactly. Find that balance.
Makes sense. So what else is in store for Capricorn this week? Besides potential romantic fireworks, of course.
Well, the week actually starts out quite strong for them.
Oh, how so?
All those positive vibes we talked about, those are going to be especially potent in relationships. And there's even a potential for relocation to come into play.
Interesting.
But by midweek, things shift a little bit.
In what way?
Well, Capricorn needs to be extra cautious with financial decisions. Avoid any impulsive moves, especially on Wednesday.
Wednesday. The middle of the week.
It's always a bit of a wild card.
Right.
It seems like it this week. All right, so we've got romance, potential relocation, and financial caution. Anything else Capricorn should keep in mind as we head into the weekend?
Yes, actually. The weekend brings a shift in focus towards travel, legal matters, and big picture thinking.
Ooh, that sounds like a lot to juggle.
It could be, but there's a particular emphasis on Saturday night as a time to nurture professional relationships. But even then, approaching things with a thoughtful and conscious mindset is key.
So a week of potential highs and lows for Capricorn, but with a chance to make some real waves if they play their cards right.
Absolutely. Now, in contrast to Capricorn's, outward focus, Aquarius is being called to turn inwards this week.
Oh, so a bit more of a reflective energy for Aquarius.
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, tell me more. Well, this is a time for Aquarius to lay low, recharge, maybe even tackle those tedious administrative tasks they've been putting off.
Oh, so not exactly a week for parties and adventures.
Not really, but sometimes you need that, right?
True, true. Get those ducks in a row.
Exactly. And especially because a busy period with quite a bit of intense work is on the horizon for Aquarius.
So rest up while you can. Aquarius.
Exactly. Take care of yourself.
But hey, at least there's some good financial news to brighten things up, right?
Yes, there is. The financial outlook for Aquarius is positive through early February.
Okay.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Ooh, lay it on me.
From February to June, there's a strong indication of a significant romance brewing for Aquarius.
Wow, so even though it's a hibernation week, there's still some potential for love on the horizon.
Right. The horoscope even uses the phrase on call for love.
On call for love. I love that.
Yeah, that's cute.
So while this week might be low-key, Aquarius should definitely have their heart eyes open for the coming months.
Keep those eyes peeled. You never know what might happen.
All right, any other insights for Aquarius this week, besides the financial good news and the potential for love in the future?
Well, Tuesday and Wednesday could bring some friction in relationships.
Oh, so a little bump in the road there.
Yeah, it's important to approach these days with patience and understanding. But then things get really interesting Thursday through Saturday as the focus shifts to deep desires, intuition, and potentially life-altering decisions.
Wow, that's quite a shift. From quiet contemplation to life-altering decisions.
It's a roller coaster of a week for Aquarius, that's for sure.
Okay, so we've had the bold Capricorn and the introspective Aquarius. Now, what about Pisces? What does the week hold for them?
Oh, Pisces. They are actually wrapping up a pretty magical period.
Really? Tell me more.
This past week has been all about social delights, wish fulfillment, and seeing dreams come true.
So kind of the opposite of Aquarius's quiet week.
Yeah, exactly. Much more outward focused.
Okay, interesting. So what's in store for Pisces this week? Will the magic continue?
Well, their charm is still at its peak. And some wishes, especially those related to relationships or even relocation, might actually materialize by the end of January.
Wow, that's amazing. A truly magical start to the year.
It is. But, all magic fades eventually, right?
That's true. So what does the horoscope say about how this energy might shift for Pisces?
Well, it indicates that a more grounded, realistic perspective will come into play by the end of May.
Okay. So enjoy the magic while it lasts?
Absolutely. Soak it all up, but also maybe start thinking about how you can leverage this good fortune in a practical way.
I like that. So any advice on how Pisces can do that? How can they make the most of this magical energy while it's still strong?
I'd say this is a great time to start planning and thinking about how they can leverage any good fortune coming their way, especially when it comes to real estate.
Real estate. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like there's a particularly auspicious period for that between February and June.
So Pisces, if you've been dreaming of a new home or a change of scenery, now might be the time to start putting those plans into action.
Exactly. Ride the wave of good fortune.
Okay, we've talked about career, relocation, finances. What about romance for Pisces?
Yeah.
Is there any magic brewing in that department?
Well, things are a little more complex there.
Uh-oh. Complex in a good way or a bad way?
From now until the end of April, romance will be passionate and impulsive, but there could be some bumps in the road, especially until the end of February.
So a little bit of a roller coaster ride?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But then things pick up again in March and April. So ultimately exciting.
Yeah, but maybe with a few loop-de-loops along the way.
All right. Sounds like a wild ride. Any other key takeaways for Pisces this week? Any specific days they should watch out for? Or any opportunities they should grab with both hands?
Let's see. Sunday and Monday are excellent days for creative projects and bold action.
Okay, start the week strong. I like it.
Tuesday and Wednesday, on the other hand, call for caution.
Oh, especially when it comes to domestic matters.
So maybe avoid any major home renovations or family confrontations on those days.
Good advice. And then from Thursday to Saturday.
Relationships and new opportunities take center stage.
So a week of creative energy, cautious moments, and a focus on connection.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up for Pisces.
All right, so we've got Capricorn facing external challenges, Aquarius turning inward, and Pisces riding a wave of good fortune. Quite a mix of energies this week.
It is, but that's the beauty of astrology, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. There's always something fascinating to learn about ourselves.
And how we interact with the world around us.
I completely agree. Now, before we move on, I want to ask you about something that stood out to me. You mentioned that both Capricorn and Pisces have potential for relocation this week. Is that a coincidence? Or is there something astrologically connecting those two signs right now?
That's a great question. It's probably not a pure coincidence. While each sign's journey is unique, there are often broader astrological influences that create themes running through multiple horoscopes.
So like a cosmic trend.
Exactly. It's possible that planetary movements related to home, change, or expansion are affecting both Capricorn and Pisces in different ways.
That makes sense. So even though the advice for each sign is different, there's a larger cosmic story playing out behind the scenes.
Right, and that's what makes astrology so fascinating. It's not just about individual predictions, it's about understanding the interconnectedness of everything.
Well said. And speaking of interconnectedness, I think it's important to remind our listeners that horoscopes, while insightful, are just one piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely. These are general guides based on sun signs. There's so much more to astrology than just that. Everyone has a unique birth chart with a complex tapestry of planetary influences.
Right, so these horoscopes can be a fun starting point. But if you really want to dive deep into your astrological journey, exploring your full birth chart can be incredibly insightful.
Definitely. And it's important to remember that, ultimately, you have the power to shape your own destiny.
Ooh, I like that.
Astrology can offer guidance, but it's up to you to make choices and take action.
We're not just passive passengers in our lives.
Exactly. We have free will.
Okay. Any other final thoughts for our listeners this week, Jenny?
I think it's worth emphasizing that astrology is a language of symbols and archetypes. Don't get too hung up on the literal interpretation of every prediction.
Okay. So don't freak out if your horoscope says you're going to meet the love of your life this week, and then you spend the whole week at home watching Netflix.
Right, exactly. Instead, try to connect with the underlying energy and see how it resonates with your intuition.
So trust your gut and see how the horoscope's themes play out in your own life.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
Well, Jenny, this has been another fantastic deep dive into the world of astrology. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us.
It's been my pleasure, Vincent. I always love talking astrology with you.
And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us.
We hope you found some valuable insights that will help you navigate the coming days with confidence and a touch of cosmic awareness.
And remember, we'll be back next week with more astrological explorations. Until then, stay curious, embrace the unexpected, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It might just bring you a little extra luck.
Subscribing to our channel will bring you good luck. See you again.
You know, Jenny, something you said earlier really got me thinking.
What's that?
It was when you were talking about how Aquarius might be facing some life-altering decisions this week.
Oh, right. Thursday through Saturday. That intense energy.
Yeah, and it made me wonder, what kind of life-altering decisions could we be talking about here?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And unfortunately, the stars don't give us specifics, but I think it's safe to say that for Aquarius, this week could bring about some major turning points, moments where they're forced to really examine their priorities and make choices that could significantly impact their future path.
So it could be anything from career changes to relationship decisions to even, like, big moves.
Absolutely. It's a time for Aquarius to really tune into their intuition and trust their inner guidance, because the decisions they make now could have ripple effects for months, even years to come.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff.
It is. But it's also exciting.
Oh, how so?
Well, change can be scary, but it's also an opportunity for growth and transformation. And for Aquarius, who's always been known for their innovative spirit and their willingness to embrace the unconventional, this could be a chance to really step into their power and create a life that truly aligns with their soul's purpose.
I love that perspective. It's not just about the challenges,
Right.
but also about the incredible potential that lies within those challenges.
Exactly. And I think that's a message that resonates with all of us no matter what our sign is.
Yeah. We all face those moments in life where we're called to make big decisions.
To step outside of our comfort zones and embrace the unknown. And sometimes it's those decisions that lead us to the most amazing discoveries.
Well said, Jenny. As always, you've given us so much to think about, and I want to thank you for sharing your astrological insights with us today.
It's been my pleasure, Vincent. And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this cosmic journey.
We hope you found some inspiration and guidance for the week ahead. And remember, whether you're facing external challenges, turning inward for reflection, or riding a wave of good fortune,
The stars are always there to guide us, but it's up to us to choose our path and create our own destiny.
And on that note, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in to the Lucky Fortune English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more astrological insights, cultural explorations, and inspiring conversations.
And don't forget, subscribing to our channel will bring you good luck.
See you again.